Good evening, everyone. My name's Marianne Harris. I'm here to talk to you about Robofit. Robofit is Australia's first robotic rehabilitation centre focused on harnessing new and emerging technologies to help individuals with neurological and musculoskeletal conditions. Before I take you down our journey to date, I'll take you a little bit into our past. That man, handsome man, I should say, because he's in the back, sitting next to me is my husband, Daniel. In 2010, Daniel had a balcony collapse resulting in a C4-5 incomplete spinal cord injury. During his 10-month stay in hospital and upon discharge, we were constantly told by doctors to expect little to no movement from his neck down and for him to accept a word which we all hate post-COVID, his new normal. When we came home, existing therapy options were limited, resource intensive and expensive. They focused on prevention rather than recovery and restoration. There was a poor understanding of new and emerging technologies in the health space, and they were hard to access. With the clients we work with, the two main cohorts, besides cerebral palsy, acquired brain injury and MS, are stroke and spinal cord injury. In Australia, there are 20,000 individuals living with spinal cord injury and over 450,000 stroke survivors. A number with an ageing population is expected to increase to 819,000 by 2050. Combined, they have an annual economic impact of $10 billion. So why Robofit? When we first came across this new technology from a Japanese manufacturer, Cyberdyne, we couldn't imagine why nobody else was using this new and emerging technology that had been around since 2008. So first we tried to bring it to existing clinics and operations, but following 3 visits to Japan and Dan undertaking month-long intensive bouts of rehabilitation and seeing his incredible progress, we decided to start our own business. So the technology harnesses the wearer intention. Other than other exoskeletons on the market that perform the complete movement or are passive exoskeletons, Cyberdyne's technology has a unique feedback mechanism using electrodes picking up the wearer's signals being sent from their brains. And now what we're looking at is a topic of neuroplasticity. So when Dan was at hospital, I was a naive 21-year-old studying exercise science and peppering doctors with questions about neuroplasticity. Now it's a more common word than it was back then, but what this device does, it provides a neurofeedback loop to the brain on what's working. We all have highways we drive down every day, and when there's a traffic accident or an obstacle on the road, we take the back roads. What we're trying to do with this technology and other emerging fields with stem cell treatments and epidural stimulations on the market is we're looking for those back roads. We're looking to create new neural connections that can encourage neural pathways to be formed, creating more functional improvements for individuals who are devastated by the impacts of stroke or spinal cord injury. The goal is to turn these neural pathways into highways so that they're driven every day. The way we do this is with our Robofit Centres. We have clients that come and interstate, travel to our new clinic that we've just moved into in North Wollongong. We've been in operation since April 2021, and they access block-style training, where they come to work with us for 5 days a week for 4+ weeks at a time. We also have partnerships with hospitals and research institutes. We're the exclusive distributor across Australia and New Zealand for Cyberdyne, the manufacturer, and we also provide the valuable training for allied health professionals to be able to use this technology. So it only takes 1 to 2 weeks for them to be able to pick up and implement it in their sessions. This is our team, which is growing. So alongside Daniel and myself, we have a team of exercise physiologists, physiotherapists, as well as other individuals across finance, marketing and admin and sales. Myself, I come from a background in aged care. Shortly after Daniel's discharge, I joined our family's aged care business, where we redeveloped and ran a 120 bed facility up until its exit, which were acquired for over $75 million in 2017. So the milestones to date, we've launched Australia's only neurocontrolled exoskeleton clinic. We reached capacity within 6 weeks. We moved into a new master training centre in Wollongong. We've reached over $500,000 in sales. We're on track to hit 1.6 million in the next financial year and 4.8 after that. We have waiting lists across Australia for clients wanting to access this technology. So we're opening our Sydney site in November, launching the world's first paediatric exoskeleton in the first quarter next year, have a co-location with the Health Innovation Precinct and advancing research into neuroplasticity. So why are we here in the room with you tonight? We're here because of Dan's ethos, never say never. We're here to partner with people who want to explore what's possible. So people who are partners in research, clinicians, hospitals, with a large focus on neuroplasticity, emerging technologies, stem cell treatments, and pharmaceutical interventions that encourage neuroplasticity. We've raised venture debt already to begin with, and we're looking for value-aligned impact investors for a round opening in the coming months, where we'll be raising $1 to $1.5 million to open 2 more additional sites after our Sydney site, with each clinic breaking even at month 6. So I began the story with Dan, and I'm going to end the story with my husband, Dan. His journey and using this technology was fundamental for him to be able to relearn to walk, to the point where in 2017, on the 1st of December, he surprised me with a first dance at our wedding. So I hope that inspires you tonight to never say never and keep exploring what's possible. So thank you.